Have you ever found yourself pausing just a little longer before stepping onto a familiar curb? Or perhaps fumbling for your glasses to read a label that used to be perfectly clear? It's a subtle shift, isn't it? A feeling that the world around us, which once felt so utterly predictable, can sometimes present unexpected little challenges. It's not about losing our capabilities, not at all, but rather recognizing that as we gracefully accumulate years, the way we interact with our environment, and even our own bodies, can change in ways we might not immediately notice. This can transform common, everyday things into situations that require a little more care and awareness. The painful reality for many of us is that we often don't realize these changes are happening until a small stumble, a missed detail, or a moment of confusion reminds us. We've always done things a certain way, and it's easy to assume that's how it will always be. But there's a secret, a quiet wisdom we gain with age, the ability to adapt and to understand that our well-being hinges on paying attention to these evolving dynamics. In this video, we're going to explore 5 common things that, without us even realizing it, can suddenly become more dangerous after we turn 65. We'll talk about how these everyday aspects of life can present new risks, and more importantly, what simple, practical steps we can take to keep ourselves safe, confident, and independent. So please, watch to the very end, because there's something truly vital we'll discuss that might surprise you. Something that can make a profound difference to your peace of mind and safety. Let's dive right into the first of these everyday situations that can suddenly demand more of our attention after 65. And that's driving. Now, for many of us, driving has been a fundamental part of our independence for decades. We've navigated countless roads, mastered countless parking spots, and it's a skill that feels as natural as breathing. But as we age, several subtle, yet significant, changes can occur that might make our familiar driving habits a little less safe, especially under certain conditions. Think about driving at night. What was once a perfectly clear view of the road ahead, illuminated by headlights, might now feel a bit more challenging. The glare from oncoming traffic can seem more intense, the reflective signs harder to read, and it can take your eyes longer to adjust between bright lights and darkness. This isn't just about needing a stronger prescription for your glasses. It's often due to natural changes in the eye, like the lens becoming less flexible and clear, or the pupils dilating less effectively in low light. When you combine this with a slight decrease in reaction time, which is also a natural part of aging, a sudden obstacle on the road at dusk or after dark can become a much bigger hazard than it once was. You might not see it as quickly, and your foot might not move to the brake pedal quite as swiftly as it used to. What can we do about this? It doesn't mean giving up driving altogether. Not if you enjoy your independence behind the wheel. But it does mean being smart and proactive. Consider limiting your driving to daylight hours whenever possible. If you must drive at night, stick to familiar routes, avoid rush hour, and always ensure your headlights are clean and properly aligned. Regular eye exams are absolutely crucial, not just for vision correction, but for detecting conditions like cataracts or glaucoma that can severely impact your driving vision. Many opticians now offer specific tests that mimic driving conditions. Also, perhaps look into a defensive driving course designed for older adults. These courses often provide helpful refreshers on modern road rules, parking techniques, and strategies for compensating for age-related changes. And they can sometimes even qualify you for insurance discounts. It's about being aware and adjusting, not about stopping. The goal is to keep you safely on the road for as long as possible, navigating with confidence and peace of mind. Now, speaking of things we often do without thinking, let's talk about something else that becomes surprisingly complex after 65: managing your medications, especially over-the-counter ones. For years, if you had a headache, you'd simply grab a pain reliever from the cupboard. If you had a sniffle, you'd take a cold remedy. These seemed harmless, simple solutions. But once you're on prescription medications for blood pressure, diabetes, heart conditions, or any other common age-related health concerns, the landscape changes entirely. That seemingly innocent over-the-counter painkiller, antihistamine, or even a natural supplement can interact with your prescribed drugs in ways that are truly dangerous. For example, some decongestants found in common cold remedies can elevate blood pressure, which is a serious concern if you're already managing hypertension. Certain pain relievers can thin your blood, increasing the risk of bleeding if you're also on an anticoagulant. Even something as seemingly benign as an antacid can interfere with the absorption of other vital medications. The challenge is that these interactions aren't always obvious. They don't come with flashing warning lights. Sometimes they might just make you feel a little more drowsy than usual, or perhaps slightly dizzy, which can then increase your risk of falls. Or they might make your prescribed medication less effective, subtly undermining the very treatment your doctor has carefully planned for you. This isn't about fear-mongering. It's about being informed and empowered. So, what's the actionable step here always? And I mean always. Check with your pharmacist or doctor before taking any new over-the-counter medication, supplement, or even a herbal remedy. No matter how simple or natural it seems, your pharmacist is a treasure trove of knowledge about drug interactions and is usually very happy to offer a quick consultation. Keep an updated list of all your medications, including doses and frequency. On hand at all times, a small card in your wallet, or a list on your phone. When you visit any new doctor or specialist, or even the emergency room, present this list. This simple habit can prevent potentially life-threatening interactions and ensure that everything you put into your body is working together for your health, not against it. It's about taking control and making sure your medicine cabinet is a source of healing, not hidden risks. Now that we've discussed navigating the world outside and managing what we put into our bodies, let's bring it even closer to home, literally, to the very spaces we live in every day. The third common thing that can suddenly become dangerous after 65 are the familiar elements of our own homes. Think about those beautiful throw rugs that add warmth and color to your living room, or that pile of magazines you've always kept by your favorite armchair, or even the soft lighting you prefer in the evenings. What were once comforting, harmless parts of your environment can, with subtle changes in balance, mobility, or even vision, transform into unexpected hazards. A loose rug can become a tripping hazard, especially if your gait isn't as steady as it once was, or if your shoes catch on a raised edge. That stack of books or a stray electrical cord that you've always stepped over without a second thought can now easily lead to a stumble or a fall, especially if you're momentarily distracted, or perhaps getting up quickly in the dark. Falls are a leading cause of injury among older adults. And shockingly, many of these happen right in our own homes. It's not just about broken bones. A fall can shake your confidence, lead to a fear of falling, and ultimately restrict your independence. The good news is, your home is one of the easiest places to make safer. Start with a walkthrough. But look at your home through new eyes. Perhaps imagine you're walking through it with your eyes closed, or in dim light. Remove all loose rugs, or secure them firmly with double-sided tape or non-slip backing. Ensure all pathways are clear of clutter, no newspapers, shoes, or cords lying around. Think about lighting. Are all areas well lit, especially stairways and hallways? Consider adding night lights or motion-activated lights, particularly in bathrooms and bedrooms for those nighttime trips. Handrails on both sides of staircases, grab bars in the bathroom, and even a sturdy chair in the shower can make a world of difference. It's not about turning your home into a hospital. It's about making thoughtful adjustments that support your current abilities and allow you to move freely and confidently within the space you cherish most. These small changes aren't just about preventing accidents. They're about preserving your comfort, your dignity, and your ability to live safely and independently in your own haven, beyond our immediate surroundings. Sometimes the danger lies in what we don't fully perceive. Which leads us to our fourth point: neglecting regular comprehensive eye and ear checkups. It's easy to assume your vision is good enough, or that your hearing loss is Just a bit of background noise, but gradual. Unnoticeable declines in your sight and hearing can make everyday activities surprisingly risky, even life-threatening. Think about crossing the street. If your peripheral vision has narrowed, you might not spot a car approaching from the side as easily. If your depth perception is off, judging the distance to a curb or step becomes a gamble. Similarly, a diminished ability to hear a bicycle bell, a car horn, or even the subtle sounds of your own environment, like the dripping of a tap that could indicate a leak, or a smoke alarm going off, puts you at a disadvantage. These sensory changes don't happen overnight. They are often so subtle that you adapt without even realizing how much you're compensating. You might find yourself turning up the TV louder, or asking people to repeat themselves more often, or perhaps squinting a little more when you read. These are not just minor inconveniences, they are signals that your vital connection to the world around you is weakening, increasing your vulnerability to accidents and reducing your overall quality of life. The actionable advice here is straightforward, yet it's one that many people tend to put off. Prioritize your annual eye and ear examinations. These aren't just about getting a new pair of glasses or a hearing aid. They are comprehensive health checks. An eye exam can detect early signs of serious conditions like glaucoma, cataracts, and macular degeneration, which, if caught early, can often be managed to preserve your vision. They can also reveal signs of other systemic health issues like diabetes or high blood pressure. Similarly, a hearing test can identify the type and degree of hearing loss, and a good audiologist can offer solutions, whether it's a modern, discreet hearing aid or advice on communication strategies. Modern hearing aids are incredibly advanced, often connecting to your phone and helping you hear in noisy environments, making social interactions much richer and safer. Don't let vanity or the cost deter you. Think of these checkups and any recommended aids as essential safety equipment, just like a seatbelt in a car. Being fully aware of your surroundings, both visually and audibly, empowers you to navigate the world with greater confidence. Preventing falls, avoiding accidents, and staying connected to the people and sounds that bring joy to your life. It's about actively maintaining your connection to the world around you, ensuring every step you take is a safe and confident one. And finally, something many of us are guilty of, something that speaks directly to our resilience and, perhaps, sometimes, our stubbornness ignoring persistent, minor aches and pains. For years, we've probably learned to tough it out. A creaky knee after a long walk, a stiff shoulder after a bit of gardening, or a persistent dull ache that we just attribute to getting older. We often dismiss these signals, thinking they're just normal wear and tear, or something that will simply pass. But after 65, what feels like an innocent, annoying niggle can mask something far more serious. That persistent knee pain might not just be a touch of arthritis. It could be indicating a joint that's in urgent need of assessment to prevent further damage or even a fall. That unusual fatigue isn't necessarily just getting tired quicker. It could be a symptom of an underlying heart condition, an issue with your thyroid, or even a nutritional deficiency. Headaches, digestive changes, unusual lumps or bumps. These are all signals that our bodies send us. And dismissing them as just part of aging can be a dangerous oversight. Our bodies are constantly communicating with us, and as we age, listening to these whispers becomes even more vital. Delaying seeking medical attention for what seems like a minor discomfort can lead to a condition worsening, becoming harder to treat, or even leading to an emergency. The actionable advice here is simple yet profound practice. Active self-awareness and communicate openly with your doctor. Don't self-diagnose based on what your friends tell you or what you read online. If something new pops up, or an existing ache lingers longer than usual, changes its character, or starts to interfere with your daily life, make a note of it. Keep a small journal of symptoms, how long they've been occurring, and what makes them better or worse. Then, bring this information to your doctor. No symptom is too small or too insignificant to mention. Your doctor is your partner in health, and they rely on your observations to help them piece together the puzzle of your well-being. Asking questions, seeking clarity, and advocating for your own health isn't being a nuisance. It's being a responsible and empowered individual. Remember, early detection is often key to effective treatment. By being attentive to your body's signals, no matter how subtle, you're not just potentially preventing a serious health crisis. You're investing in your future comfort, your ability to continue doing the things you love, and your overall quality of life. It's about listening to the quiet wisdom of your own body and trusting that it's trying to tell you something important. So, we've walked through 5 common aspects of our lives that can subtly, yet significantly, shift after we turn 65, demanding a renewed sense of awareness and perhaps a few thoughtful adjustments. We've talked about how navigating the roads, managing your medications, being mindful of your home environment, staying on top of your vision and hearing, and truly listening to your body's signals, all become even more critical for your safety and independence. It's important to understand that this isn't about fear or about limiting your life. Far from it, it's about empowerment through knowledge. It's about making smart choices that enhance your safety and confidence, allowing you to continue enjoying life to the fullest. These aren't monumental tasks. They're small, consistent acts of self-care and proactive planning that can have a massive impact on your well-being. Remember, small changes can truly make a big difference to your health and happiness. By taking a fresh look at these common areas, you're not just preventing potential dangers, you're actively investing in your independence, your comfort, and your ability to live each day with vitality and peace of mind. Your journey through life is unique and precious, and every year brings new insights and opportunities for growth. Embrace this knowledge, because it puts you in the driver's seat of your own well-being. I truly hope this video has given you some valuable insights and practical steps you can take today. I'd love to hear from you. Have you noticed any of these changes in your own life? What strategies have you found helpful in navigating them? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below, because your wisdom can help others in our wonderful community. If you found this video helpful and uplifting, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps us reach more people who can benefit from this information. And of course, if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel for more content designed to help you live your very best life at every age. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep thriving, keep exploring, and keep living your best life at every age.